Okay, well, let's do that reintroduction again, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is Christ in Crypto in the Morning. If you are just tuning into this section up on YouTube, we actually go live every single morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and we do 3 sections. Long sum, short sum, where we go over daily TA analysis, where we use Fibonacci, pivot points, and Elliott wave analysis to kind of get an idea of which direction the market is going. But what's also important with that is what news is driving the market, and that's what this section is. Our daily topics news, where we dive into crypto or anything else. Today is a crypto dive. Like yesterday, we did Hedera hash graph yesterday, HBAR. And today, guys, we're going to do Constellation with the ticker DAG, also known as DAG. Now, if you were a part of the very first section or you've been here, you know we just spoke about where this could go for Constellation, so go check that out later. And let's just go ahead and dive into what we may or may not see in this. So let's see here. What do we have? Well, I have done a little digging here, just a little bit. First off, I want to tell you, I only like to discuss certain types of cryptos on this channel. Why has this been brought to my attention? Well, outside of Ilya, whose track record is very well as far as what he is looking for, we have been him and I have known each other for 2 years now, year and a half, and we discuss crypto projects that no one else likes a lot. We were in XDC a long time ago, Gala, some other stuff, way before anyone spoke about it. Him and I love to bounce off, and this is one he's like, dude. So let's talk about it. Now, how did it make my channel? One main reason is this is distributed ledger technology, DLT. And I told you that is where I am. If it is DLT, I am there and I am paying attention to it 100%. Okay? So they are with Web3. That's one thing. That is pretty cool. They are trying to force feed us the Web3 movement. Now, they say Web3 is for the younger generation and regular internet, or regular internet, whatever the regular web is for old people. Now, yesterday, I downloaded this extension for the Stargazer wallet. I have put it in there. And just to be a part of it. Something else I also noticed, they have this door traffic miner, and I'll get into details of Constellation. We're just going to walk down their website. I've got some other tabs open, including what Dragonfire just said about the U.S. Navy. You just, come on, spoiler alert, dude. I'm getting there. But if you guys know more about DAG, throw it in there. I'll search it up. But yes, the military contract and the Navy contract has my attention. But this just launched too. And everybody is trying to make more money. And here's a good way. Now, it's a little weird to me, but it's a door traffic miner. You buy this from them, you put the little thing above your door, and it gets traffic. So if you're a business, an enterprise, you can track data and earn crypto. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty cool thing if you have a business and you're going to get traffic anyway. Not only does it do your traffic, right, naturally for you, but then you earn crypto. Let me say this. I am not being paid to promote anything from them. In fact, no cryptocurrency discussed on this show pays us. So, next, they have a mainnet dropping 2.0. I'm not going to go into that because I'm not a fan of waiting and doing main notes and all that stuff. Okay? So, let's jump into the ecosystem. I told you this is distributed ledger technology, right? That's what I've told you so far. So let's jump just into the ecosystem. And I'm going to read it to you. As a decentralized network, Constellation promotes collaboration. We aim to be a world-class partner in it for the long haul. That's what they say. They're in it for the long haul. They base their stuff on trust. They base their stuff on openness and small transaction fees, right? They really want people to be able to build their own blockchains using the Constellation ecosystem. Another thing that I have read, guys, is this is more kind of on what they say on the federal level. Now, when I say that, they said the federal level. Like, that kind of caught my attention because you normally hear retail investor or institutional investors, right? These guys, and I'll get there, have said this is for the federal level. Now, Dragonfire Crypto already did my gender reveal there with the U.S. Navy, but that's one of those things that kind of kicks up there like, huh? federal, and now we know that you have military contracts. So that is more reason to dive in. And again, I am big on distributed ledger technology. I'm massive. I love distributed that's just where I am as far as this. That's XRP, XLM, XDC, VeChain, HBAR, Quant is involved with them, and now Constellation, IOTA, right? These are all distributed ledger technologies. And here's the community for Constellation. One thing that sticks out is Amazon Web Services, AWS. So it looks like that's where we're going to run. But then you got this little thing over here called the U.S. Air Force just kind of hanging out over here on the side. Then you got this thing down here called Space Isaac, if you're not familiar with it. Then there's this thing called Blockfolio. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And then there's this thing called Delta, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Chainlink, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Twitter, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Messenger, Telegram, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And of course, our Quant buddy is right there. This is just some of their ecosystem. And there's that federal. There's that federal. The community. See, that's not a tag. That's just kind of like we're going to try to be federal. So I'm going to keep a watch out on this a little bit. They've got some products here. They got a core protocol, network optimization, token health, crypto exchanges, modifications, treasury management. Fun. None of that really matters to me. Again, product partners, Quant. This is what I'm paying attention to. Where Quant is, shall we also be. Okay? Where Quant is, so we all shall be. Moving forward, this is just some of their community partners. All that means is that these guys go out and talk about them, right? YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, Reddit, Medium. This all news outlets. That's all. Now the business here. So this is what got you see here. It says partners, academia, consortia, and federal. I keep seeing federal. Like I've done so much research in this space. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see the word federal anywhere. Anywhere. I mean, government contracts, military contracts, right? Institutional investors, retail investors. But I'd never see federal. And we keep seeing federal here. So Space Isaac is a business partner of theirs. Okay? Space Isaac is a business partner. And who they are is an analysis and sharing center. That's all. They just share analysis. Now, this is the key. Who do they share it to? I told you, like, federal. Like, I kept seeing federal, and I wish I could have a better one for you, but you got the NSA. Okay? No, I'm going to tell you this. We said Dragonfire said U.S. Navy, right? That's a part of it, and I'm going to go over that article in a second, but I want to show you this. When you partner with Space Isaac, we have to use the same mindset, right? We think when Ripple partners with Santander or the Bank of Brazil or the IMF, right? We're like, well, by default, who those people are partnered with, that's who they're going to work with, right? Even Bitcoin people, by default, use that logic. Well, if Robinhood's going to use the Lightning Network, Robinhood's partner, so therefore we must be partnered with all these people that are going to move Bitcoin transactionally, whatever that is, right? Here, this is really what's got my attention. Again, federal, guys, federal. And we know we're moving to a new world order, right? We know this. We already see it. We have a president right now that's getting moved around by the Easter Bunny. We know where this is going. So again, federal. Cyber attacks are coming, right? We keep hearing that. Cyber attacks, cyber attacks, cyber attacks. Federal. So by partnering with Space ISAC, International Space Association Community or something, whatever that stands for. I just made that up. Communications, it might be. I don't know. But the agencies, I wish I should have got a better one. The NSA, United States Space Force, United Department of Homeland Security, NASA, your defense agency. These are all cybersecurity based things. Those are partners with them. So when we see that, oh, did it take me away from there? It took me away. No, it didn't. Where are you at? Okay, yeah. When you see that, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Now, there's also a data thing here that I want to show you. I think it's going to bring up here, okay? These people join about solutions who we are corporate visions partners. Sofahina. Okay? On the back end here, this is another data space thing. Again, we see that they are looking for data and moving data. AWS is behind it again. I wanted to show you that. Last but not least, is it here? Or was it Splunk? I couldn't remember. Nope, it's Splunk. Splunk is a data platform for the hybrid world. Remember, I told you we're moving into a new world. And this is why this has kind of got my attention as far as the platform is concerned. And let me show you. I know they work with Honda. I'm looking for the other partners real quick. Resources, partners. Here we go. I have to keep talking. Find a partner. Come on. Show me where this goes. Okay, so here we go. One of the partners, Accenture. That was important. Accenture, you guys know, is directly connected with Ripple and Quant. Accenture is a big dog. Okay, and there is Accenture all over here. Let's see. There was one more that I wanted to show you guys in here. These are all their partners. CDW, Cisco. That's another one. Network and communications. We really don't know what Cisco does, but they seem to do everything when it comes to international communications for our government. Cisco is very, very, very involved. Deloitte is also involved. And last but not least, where are you? I think it was like page 7. You're going to give me page 7? Oh, you're not. Okay, I don't have time. Honda was one of them. And yeah, I'm not going to go through all of that. Public sector. Oh, there. Internet of Things. Maybe this is it. Nope. Okay. We'll leave it there. I think that's enough for the partner group anyway. Okay. So let me close those out and go back to this. So we got AWS, Safina, all those things. Now, I want to move on to Hypercube because this is something else that popped up for me that I was kind of just curious about. Because there's this different technology, and this is the blockchain that I was referring to as open development. Okay, this is coming within Constellation. So when they are working on a federal level, working with military, and then working with international space communication via Internet of Things, that's where we're working to, right? Because we're in the Internet of Value versus Internet of Things, Web3. They've created this thing called Hypercube. Hypercube is anyone can build and conduct a business using Constellation's blockchain technology. So I'm like, what? What are you talking about? It says deploy your own blockchain. What? Using the state channel builder, anyone can configure their blockchain network requirements and data types for validation and notarization. This business-focused framework makes it easy to deploy a scalable network that can meet the demands of the world's biggest applications. Simply define your data types, token strategy, and select your hosting provider. In other words, like New Creation, Christ in Crypto, New Creation Capital can have its own blockchain. This is something we're looking to do. We want our own blockchain, data points. It's much easier, right? A client asks a question, here's your password, here's your keys, there's your blockchain, right? Like, here's all the data that we need. Here's all the data. Here's your wallet that connects directly to your data. Not only that, we can mint our own cryptocurrency, which is what we want to do. We've already also, we have a while ago. I'm trying to get back into that wallet, right? But when you're creating your own ecosystem, right, it doesn't mean that it's technically going to have a real value, but you can exchange it between other distributed ledger technologies, like XRP for once, right? So if I'm running this on a blockchain or I'm running this on, and I want to have within my community people to be able to use money that's not XRP or the US dollar, you're able to mint your own cryptocurrency. So they allow you to get your blockchain, allow you to get your own cryptocurrency. Not that, but you're able to manage that crypto and data, which is important for a business. I'm explaining this from a business point of view, right? So if you have fees for a client or expenses, they put all this together for you. Think of QuickBooks on the blockchain, okay? Now, that's just kind of that. I'm trying to keep this quick overview because it's like a 20-minute overview of it. So you got Hypercube. You also got the little door thingy, right, that they do a traffic miner. We know who they're partnered with, right? We know who they're partnered with. We know their distributed ledger technology. But this is what Dragonfire Crypto jumped on board and what exactly they're going to do for the Air Force. Now, this is in 2021. Constellation Network to provide U.S. Air Force with blockchain security for data sharing. I find it interesting that this is the only one that I got out there in August of 2021. Okay, so this is the direct thing that I found from the NASDAQ confirming, right, that they're going to provide end-to-end security for data sharing. End-to-end security for data sharing between the U.S. Department of Defense and its commercial partners. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That right there deserves a like. Thanks. There you go, Dragonfire Crypto. We went ahead and hit that up for you. Now let's move on to the next section. And this is the military infrastructure. Okay, this is in the end of, was it July 27th or August 27th, and this was August. Oh, I misread that. I thought that was September originally. So here, where is it at? A little more detail. Here we go. This is more detail. According to the press release, it's focused on Hypergraph Transfer Protocol. Has entered into a partnership specifically with U.S. Transcom, Air Mobility Command, and AMC 618 Air Operations, and Civil Reserve Air Fleet. Okay, so these are the specific ones they have named with. It says, namely, the partnership addresses the development of the standard of security exchange of data between the Defense Transportation System. So we have the data moving back and forth between literally our military transportation system, and Constellation Network is what's doing it. Now, Lieutenant Colonel Therapy spoke on this. He said, being able to quickly and securely exchange information across the 618 AOC's digital infrastructure is critical to our operational security. Equipping our airmen with the tools they need to coordinate mission details while protecting the integrity of our global operations has long been a critical factor when providing 24/7 command and control to mobility forces. Now, this is important because we're in wartime again. We're getting ready to head there, and they're saying that this technology, Constellation, is good enough for the U.S. military to communicate via satellite, up to date right now, and have all the data there. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I'll tell you that right now. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. And the co-founder just spoke at ETH 2020 a couple months ago. Okay? And I'm going to read to you what he says here. He says, speaking to Constellation's base layer protocol, the co-founder boasted the company's status as the world's first L_O protocol, allowing for the platform to cross-chain pollinate between other blockchains with a zero transaction fee. Did you hear that? The first L2O protocol that allows between blockchains to pollinate for zero fee. It says, we founded Constellation back in 2017 based on data that was the focus of the utility token DAG, or directed graph, he said. Rather than focusing on financial transactions, Constellation Network chooses to instead of focusing on transactions financially, instead they focus on data transactions and validating different types of data. At the end of the day, finance really is data. So this is a data-driven thing, and that's kind of what people want in the federal. They want to know, what are the numbers, not the ifs, ands, or buts. Here are the numbers. And Dragonfire says Hypercube has powerful computing capabilities to provide high-performance computing power and large-scale data storage support for virtual reality, augmented reality, metaverse, artificial intelligence, big data, and financial apps, which is awesome because that's what people want to do. This is for the new world. This is moving forward. Peer-to-peer decentralized is what they want on our end as well as federal. Now, before I go, I need to discuss this. They were hit with a lawsuit. Now, I don't know much more about it, but just doing some quick Googling, they were hit with a lawsuit proposed over an investor class action over the token swap confusion. Okay? Now, it says Constellation raised $33.7 million in 2018 through an ICO. So let's start right there. through an ICO. Now, we're in regulatory issues. The SEC is coming after them. I'm going to tell you that right now. 100%. Because in this lawsuit, it says Constellation, which raised $33.7 million in 2018 through an ICO specialized in cybersecurity for big data services. Now, they're going to settle with the SEC because, you know why? They got money. But this will be sued. They will be sued. And it's coming. And that's just my thoughts on that based on ICO. So, long-term good investment? Heck yeah, I'm on there. I'm on board with it. I like what I'm reading. It's distributed ledger technology. But where will it fall in when it comes to clarity? And everything sets on there. So, will Constellation go to the $1.50 that I see it? It probably will. But then after that, we could see a whole reset like everything else, guys. So, thank you, Dragonfire, for that help on the info. Thank you, Ilya, for shouting out for us to dig into this. And what are your guys' thoughts on Constellation? Do you own it? Do you plan on owning it? Do you just leave it alone? Do you like distributed ledger technology? Or are there other things, guys, that I should be discussing? Well, do that social media thing. Like, subscribe. Almost 10 likes on the show already. Like this too. I'll see you guys soon. Let's dive into that next section.
Bit late for that. I remember talking to an Australian diplomat at one point about this break between the US and China and said, you know, both sides are going to say, whose team are you on? And he said, our job is to make sure the question never arises. But the question has arisen. And so I think we have to go deeper. And it's not about the US versus China. It's about what underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71, and so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, you know, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.